Hello, how we doing? Probably don't work. How's everything? How's everybody doing today? Hi, just me today. No animals. I'm sure we'll have sun, but I just want to do a quick hello and talk about the video I posted today of hi Christine of Carl and Katniss. Hi Dana, are you back yet? I posted a video of Carl and Katniss today, and it was a very important video. And I'm gonna try not to cry, but I'm gonna cry. And I posted. I think in 11 years in animal rescue, it was the most important video I ever took. And I wasn't gonna go live today because it's been a really long day. But I think it's really important to talk about. Oh, cool. The video today, because like I said, I've been in rescue 7 years here, 4 years in other places, 11 years total. I think it's really important to talk about that video and the importance of that video. And it looks like I don't know, a lot of people saw it on Facebook. I don't know about Instagram. I didn't check because it's been a long day, and so I just want to talk about the video. And I don't know if everybody saw the video of Katniss and Carl. And I wasn't going to go live today. I had a test, a PET scan, a nuclear PET scan, and it took a lot out of me, so I'm really tired. And like I said, I wasn't going to go live. I already talked to Christina. She's going to close up everybody tonight because I'm trying to take it a little easy. But I think it was important because it's a year since that video. And, I hope it meant a lot to the people who saw it as much as it meant to me. Capturing that moment was just awesome. It was incredible. And so I hope everybody got a chance to see it. This isn't about pushing to share it. Obviously, I want you to share it and comment and make sure the world sees that video, because in all the arguments that I have with people about animal rights and about pigs feeling pain, feeling happiness, feeling sadness, missing one or the other, loving each other, that sums it all up. And I think I was really blessed to capture that video, because I think that video will outlive me, definitely, but I think a lot of us to lead the way of animal rights. I think that video could be one of the most important videos, and there's a lot of important videos in there to lead the animal rights movement, and to show these animals as individuals and caring and beautiful and loving souls. And I think it's a year since I took that video, and Saturday will be a year since she's gone. And I miss her every day. My life will never be the same without her. I just miss her. And so seeing that video and come up, and, deciding, I was running around this morning because I had to go for a test, and I didn't fully decide to post the video. And then I decided to post a video. I said, this is really important. I need to push my feelings aside and make sure the world doesn't forget this video. I needed the world to not forget that video and to put it out to the universe again to show that these beautiful animals in such a beautiful light. And as painful as that video is for me, it shows that. It shows the love and the light and the loss in one foul swoop. You know, I realized today that our volunteer day, which is Saturday, which of course it's going to rain, is on Katniss's, you know, passing anniversary. And I don't know what I think about it, you know, but with everything that, you know, I talked about last night going on with just being overwhelmed with intake requests and sanctuary shutting down and sanctuary fires. And, you know, today I got a call for pigs, bunnies, and cats. And it's like, I talked to, you know, Wendy from Odd Man In, and, you know, she's the same way. And I talked to Roots Animal Sanctuary, and they're the same way. And we're all feeling the tightness. And I see the desperation that sanctuaries are posting because there's so many struggling, and I see one after the other struggling financially, and, you know, and the emotions come together, and it's just, and then I get hit with that video this morning and have to decide running around. I had to go to the hospital for the test, and I'm like, can I sit down for 5 minutes and give this video the words it deserves and the honor that it deserves, so people see it and they care about it and they share it and they show their friends? And, you know, and I hope everybody on Facebook, I didn't check Instagram, but on Facebook, I hope you guys will take care of the trolls. I'm leaving the trolls on there purposely, because I think you guys can handle the trolls and what they're saying. And, you know, like I said, I purposely left the trolls on there today because I think you guys are very good at addressing it. I addressed it in a post the other day, and I think you guys, this is on you to address the trolls on Facebook. And, you know, not looking for attention, not looking for fame, not looking for donations. I'm looking for that video to be out there for people to show people when they say, you know, these animals are here for us to eat and that's it. You know, that these animals are in kindness, do it in kindness. You know, these animals were put on this earth for us to eat. And, you know, and I love the expression, with us, not for us. And I stand by that expression, with us, not for us, with all my heart and all my soul, because I do believe that they're here with us. And I think that video shows people that, you know, this was an animal that knew their time was limited, and that was for their own decision, that Katniss was ready. Katniss's body was tired. And she couldn't fight anymore. And I see Rebecca's on here. So Rebecca is one of the ones, like Christina, who witnessed it on a daily basis or weekly basis, on how the light was dimming and how she, in her own, knew it was happening and knew it needed to be done. And she needed to say goodbye to her soulmate, to the love of her life. And she did that, and I captured that. And I like talking about this video because I have to explain to people, because the video is the video, and it's hard to put into words, But when I can talk about it, I need people to understand that Katniss was my soul. And I swear to you that those sounds that she made saying goodbye to Carl never came out of her mouth before that. And I've heard, and Rebecca's around her a lot, and I think she could attest to that. And I bet you Christine would say the same thing, that those sounds never came out of her mouth. So those were special sounds. Those are sounds. Those were sounds telling Carl that she was going to leave. And I can't obviously 100% tell you exactly what she was saying, but she was saying my interpretation, which you can take with a grain of salt, was that I'm going to leave and I'll see you soon. And she did. And he did. And they did. And he did. You know, he passed, you know, a few months later and his body came out. So I think she knew that he was coming shortly behind her. Thank you, Chelsea. And I think and that's my interpretation, and you can interpret it any way you can. But as someone that spent every day for 4 or 5 years, 6 years with her, 5 years with her, um, that was my feeling. Is that that's what they were saying? And you know, I'm sorry if you probably signed on here to CQ Pigs, but I want to try to talk about this video as much as I can, because this video this is a once in a lifetime video that shows an animal's true life, true spirit, and true meaning. And I think I think you can argue with any person that these animals have souls and that they feel love. And there was so much love in that video, and I think and I think it should go down as one of the premier animal rights videos. There's beautiful ones out there, so I'm not taking away from the ones that are out there of pigs seeing grass for the first time. I've seen beautiful videos, and I think I'm just happy I captured that moment, because that moment will be my legacy of animal rights, because I don't, something like that, something where they use their voice to show people that they're more than bacon, they're more than ham, they're more than your lunch, they're more than your dinner, they're more than your holiday dinner, they're more than your football, they're more than your shoes. They're none of those things, and they're all love. And I think everything came together at once, and I was meant to be in that spot. And that will be, I think, the video of that stands for us and stands with the work we do, and stands that we can identify these animals as absolute individuals with individual personalities, individual love for each other, and how they bond and they find a soulmate, and they were soulmates. And someone sent me this, and I don't want to, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, so I apologize to you for that. I made myself like I don't know what the heck it is. It's peanut butter, milk, and crap in a glass, in a it's almond milk, peanut butter powder, and some chocolate powder and some syrup. I don't know why. I just was in the mood for something. And I went and I grabbed this, who I've never used, and I don't think I would ever use. You probably can't see it, but it's Carl and Katniss. I'm like, this is a day I should use this cup. This is a day, and I can't, like, I can't do it. I can't do it. This is a day I should use this cup. And thank you who bought this or had this made for me. I love you for it. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. I'm not as good as these animals. So something just flew into my ear. So I made myself a peanut butter milk thing. Something just flew in my ear. I'm sorry. That's messed up. And I it's brand new. It still has, like, there's dust on it. I haven't touched it, and I couldn't do it. I went to grab it to have my drink in there, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But also, I grabbed another cup. That was my dad's cup. That was my dad's cup. So I got, from the firing pan into the fire, with remembering my dad. This is my dad's favorite cup, and he stole it from me, and I happily gave it to him, and it's mine now. So a lot of weird stuff coming together today. So that was just so. I knew it was important to talk about this. I didn't want to let today. And now Charles, who went last week to Cornell 2 weeks ago because of his feet and his arthritis, is now struggling a bit and going back to Cornell first thing in the morning again. And so this will be my third trip to Cornell this week. And I'm really tired because I had the test today. I had a nuclear PET scan, and it kicked my ass. It really kicked my ass, and I'm really tired. I went and I started doing the pasture, and the freaking tractor blew apart. A part came off that they have to come fix tomorrow, and trying to catch a break, and I'm just tired. I'm just exhausted, and so that video made me emotionally exhausted, and the test today made me, but what an amazing team that took care of me. If any of you follow me, thank you so much. A lot of weird stuff injected in me, and now I'm really tired from it and probably emotional. So taking Charles in the morning, I'm going to leave at 6 a.m. because I have to get back here to help get set up for volunteer day. So I want to make sure, and it's going to rain on volunteer day, of course, and it's Katniss is passing it. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I'm sorry, this was not meant to be a sharing this video saying Todd's having a breakdown. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I am not having a breakdown. I'm actually stronger than I've ever been because having all this come together and me not hiding under the blankets is a good thing, and getting up and making things happen. And Charles needs me, so I'll be there. I needed to do self-care, and I did self-care, and I went to the hospital and had my tests, and we'll find out next week how I did. I hope I passed. The tractor shit the bed, and I called the tractor mechanic, and the tractor mechanic is coming to fix it. So I'm not hiding from reality. I'm doing it, and I just got emotional because that video is everything to me, and I wanted to make sure everybody saw it once again. And it seemed like a lot of people appreciated it, and it was really nice. And so I thought that was cool. Like, a lot of people appreciated that, so I was very happy about that. So if you have any questions or want to talk about that video, please ask now. I'm happy to talk to you about. Oh, I love all you too. Thank you. Ask away about that video. I think it's important to discuss that video because that video is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. If it wasn't her last day, it'd be even prettier. But I think that she had the wherewithal to go say goodbye to the love of her life with her last bits of energy was pretty beautiful. And I would fight anybody in any alley in this world that says that that wasn't, that these animals aren't amazing, beautiful souls and are due the respect they deserve. And so I'm happy to talk about it. I'm always happy to answer anybody's questions about it. And I always want to make sure that you know, is seen somewhere when I'm long gone. I hope that video outlives me and all of us. You know, I hope that the animals get the rights they deserve. Why I can see it. Do I feel that there's a chance of that on days like this week? No, but we can all hope for the best. But I think at least that video will live on past past me. And that will be the one video that I think is important that outlives me, you know? So and not that I'm going anywhere, I'm just talking about how I don't think this battle is gonna be won in my lifetime. Would it be a nice surprise if it was? Yes, that would be the greatest thing in the history of ever. But if it's not, I think that video should be shown in every college, every high school, everywhere in the world where people question animals as individuals. I think that is one of the most important videos. And obviously, I'm biased, but I can step outside that biasness, whatever that word would be, and say that is an important video for people to watch. It really is. It truly is. And so I hope you all share it, and share it 100 times over, and share it today, share it tomorrow, share it the next day. Because I feel like it needs to get in front of the right people. It needs to get in front of the right people. It really does. The right people need to see that. I don't know who the right people, if Joaquin Phoenix, and again, I'm not looking for stardom. I'm not looking for attention for me. I'm just looking for attention for all the animals in general. And I think it was awesome. And you know, it was like, I didn't really want to post it because I didn't think I can find the words that can give it the power it needed. You know, I was feeling very beaten down, as you saw yesterday, and I struggled to post that. And I had 5 minutes before I had to leave for the hospital this morning, and I said, let me see what I can do. And why it's not perfect, it is what it is. And my words aren't the important thing of that post. The post in Carl and Katniss are the important things of that post. And so hopefully I didn't dim the light of it by my words. You lose Todd there. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means, Michelle. I'm sorry. The words I chose were okay. They didn't do any damage to the video. They did not give the video what it deserved. But I didn't have it in me today. And maybe another day, because I am never going to stop posting that video. I'm never going to stop posting that video. I think that video is almost important as Moby as Moby eating my ear when I'm backing up the trailer. Almost as important, I think. I think it's almost as important when I backed up the trailer and Moby was trying to eat my ear. So Yeah, I had 5 minutes into me, and I'm happy I did post it because it was definitely in my mind to post it, and it's doing okay. People are seeing it, people are appreciating it, and hopefully, like I said, I think it's the kind of video that you go back in a couple weeks and share it again and share it again. Um, we are actually working on a concert as we speak that will take a while to come together. I don't want to give details out, but we are working on not a we can't house a lot of people here, but there's we are working on a very cool concert with a very cool person involving very cool people in a very cool environment that hopefully will be next summer. That kind of stuff takes a long time to get together. So we have the things in place that are working on it, and it would be nice if James Taylor showed up, but I don't think that will happen. That'd be very cool. Or Joan Jett, who's a vegan activist. Um, we have some people that we should probably contact Joan Jett, a couple of vegan activists. That'd be great. I'm gonna go see Neil Young. I think it's August 30 something at Bethel Woods. I'm gonna see him there. Uh, not meet him. I'm gonna buy a ticket like everybody else and sit in the nosebleeds on the grass. Um, what platform did you see the video on? I was trying to upload a video to YouTube. I have to edit it. Um, I don't know if he's a vegan. I would love to ask him, and I don't think I'll get in contact with him. But hopefully, there's people there that can get us in touch with the right people and have the right event for this, and just a concert for the animals, and that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. I'm sorry. Like I said, I did not mean to emotionally throw up on you all. I don't know if Robert Downey Jr. is vegan. I'm not pretty sure he's not. I don't know actually. I think really that's cool. Um, we'll have to get a team of people to work on that. That's going to be a big team process thing, but it would be very cool, and probably play that video of Katniss and Carl in any hi Archie the pig in any concert that we have. That should be the video that starts it, and maybe there's a song in there somewhere that someone in animal rights could write about them. Oh, Neil Young is vegan, and so I know Paul McCartney is. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Dana. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I was feeling a little vulnerable, having a little reaction to the medication I was given for the tests um, today, and made me really tired. And but I had to just work. Oh, that's cool. That Brian May is. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, get lost. Yeah, lost in your eyes would be amazing. Um, we'll not save the sanctuary. We don't need to be saved. We just need to be supported. Just need to support the sanctuary. Don't save the sanctuary. We thank goodness are not in a place we need saving. We need support, but not saving. Um, so I'm happy that you guys were an ear to my gentle rant about the video, and I hope that, like I said, that video changes people. I hope that video gets in front of the right people that needed a video like that to change them, because I think sometimes, and I hear this all the time, that it's just that little thing that pushes you over the edge to change you. And hopefully that video is that for some people, where it's the video that changes you. And I think that video could be that for a lot of people, and that's why I want it out there. I want that out there where people like look at it and they get a wow. I think that's a come to whatever you want moment for people where it's the wow moment, where it's the wow factor, where it's wow, where you shake your head and you're like, I didn't know. And I always tell people, you can't fault someone for not knowing, but when they know, then you can fault them. And I think when you see that video, because I was at the post office today, and the guy at the post office, in the nicest way possible, was talking about, oh, my grandfather raised hogs, and I don't like the word hog. I think it's derogatory. Um, and so I communicate because I think communication is key. And I didn't want to shut down the conversation. And he's like, "Yeah, hogs will eat anything." I'm like, "That's not correct." And we just had conversations. He goes, "But you love them. My uncle did. My grandfather did." And I said, "That's right." And we talked about it. And I said, "I can lay in the middle of my pasture, and my family would not hurt me or touch me or do anything wrong." Um, and he said, "Because you care for them." And I said, "You're right." And we had a good conversation. It was very productive, and it was nice, and it was very gentle, and it was nice. So I was happy about that. So there's always conversations happening. That you don't want to end conversations. You want to start them in a good way, and that's what I try to do. Does anybody have any questions? Because my head's freezing. It's starting to get cold. I'm fully bald in this conversation. No hat. Um, I appreciate that you hung on to this conversation and listened to my commentary about the video today. And I hope that something I said or the video itself was in your heart for something. I hope that video stays in your heart. And because it's in my heart, it's in my soul, it's into my everything. And I think it's wonderful, and I think it's a great video, and I love that video. It's hard for me to watch, but it popped up, and I watched it, and you always want to celebrate them while they're here. And I try to do my best with that with them. Because now I look back, I remember the sound, I remember the smells, and I really wish that I hugged her more and I kissed her more. And I told her how much I loved her, and I told her I wish I told her how much she meant to me more, because she understood my words, and she understood my voice, and she understood that I loved her. I just pray she knew how much. I pray she knew how much. And I know there's people out there saying that it's only an animal, it's only a pig. But she was my everything. She was my everything. She was. She was my everything. I hope she knew. Her and Carl are buried close to each other in the woods, and I haven't been there. I can't bring myself to go there. A wonderful woman sent us flowers to plant there, but we can't because the weather has not been conducive to that. But I can't bring myself to go see her. I can't do it. It's not even a thought to go there. Because I think, I don't know if I could leave there. I think I'd have a breakdown there. So, I haven't been there. Whew. So thank you, everybody. I'm gonna get going. I wasn't planning on going live. I planned on going to sleep, and I'm gonna go do that. I am from Wayne, yes. I can hear the chimes all the time, definitely. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to me. And thank you for watching Katniss and Carl. And thank you for your support. And thank you for your love. And thank you for everything. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for your love and support. Peace, love, and pigs.